Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Hope you are always healthy and still stay at home. Today, we're going to present about the public space in National University of Singapore and Asian Japan Cities and Architecture Forum 2019. Before we start the presentation, let me introduce the member of the group. There is Paramitha Agustin, Jimmy Leonardo, Ridho Umam, Ulil Azmi, and Ardhian Farrel. So, let's begin to the presentation. Our activities are divided into two locations. The first one is in the National University of Singapore. NUS, founded in 1905, located in southwestern Singapore, precisely in Kent Ridge. The visit to National University of Singapore was carried out on August 15 until August 17, more precisely to the Faculty of Engineering. The theme about the material is about moving toward a car life of Singapore and public housing. The material was delivered by the following three presenters. And the second one is in Bandung, about the Asian Japan Cities and Architecture Forum 2019. Asian Japan Cities and Architecture Forum is a forum about ASEAN and Japan cities and architecture organized by the Japanese Asian Urban Architecture Forum. The AJCAF was held in 2 days, October 31 until September 1st, at Arya Duta Hotel, Bandung City. The theme is about connecting cities and people through planning and design. The speakers consisted of various experts such as an architecture, planology, government, entrepreneurship, and anything etc. One of the speakers is Mr. Ridwan Kamil as Governor of West Java.
Space Theory 1. Habermas Public Space. George Habermas explained the public space is a medium for communication, information, and views. As illustrated in England and French, people meet, get discussion about news, books that are published or newly created works of art. Public Space Theory 2. Media and public space. The public space here consists of information organ and political debate, such as newspaper and journal, as well as political discussion institutions, such as parliament, political club, salons, public assemblies, drinking place and coffee shop, meeting halls, and other public space. Where socio-political discussion takes place, the concept of the public space raised by Habermas is a space for critical discussion, open to everyone. Public Space Theory 3. Critics of Habermas. In his magnum opus, The Theory of Communicative Action, Habermas criticized the unilateral modernization process, which was led by the force of economic and administrative rationalization. Habermas views that the increasing information of the formal system on our daily life is in line with the growth of the welfare state, corporate capitalism, and the culture of mass consumption.
Another theory public space is about factor description of successful public space. The first one is about identity of the historical public space, and second about attraction between the place and the people, and then about amenities. Public space should make it comfortable, and then flexibility. There is need to be built in at the outside, and then seasonal. The public space can use it in any kind of season, and then access. The public space need to be easy and accessible, and the last is visibility. Uses and activities can enrich the public space. And there is a Thai public space, there is 5 in it. And then the case study is in Marunouchi public space. Marunouchi has lively public space. The public space placed approximately at every 300 meters. Generate interest to people to keep wandering and make a city vibrant. From the theory and cases above, we know that existence of public space in an area based on the right design and planning. Public space can become a container of activities and can lead to new activities in an area.
Quality of public space. Quality according is a dynamic condition associated with product, service, human resource, and environment that meet or exceed expectation. The quality of public space can describe the fulfillment of the need for public space by its user, which is marked by the fulfillment of certain standard. A public space is of good quality if meet the needs and satisfies its user. A good public space is a public space that has easy access where people will be happy to visit place because it's easy to reach. Flexible design that can be used for various activities. Calmness, attractiveness, and friendliness relate to anyone who visit. Project for public space in Matthew state that a successful public space has four attributes. The first, comfort and image. Second, access and linkage. Third, use and activity. And then last, sociability.
Quality of public space on our chat road. Overall, the quality of public space on our chat road has a very good quality which will be discussed as a whole the variable of good public space based on the project for public space as follows. The first variable is comfort and image. Quality of public space on the chat road has a good level of comfort for users or visitors of this public space which is marked from the following attributes. The first, security on our chat road is said to be safe because there are many CCTV cameras along this road, the availability of good lighting at night and police of visitors. The second, there are many attractions for tourists such as shopping malls, a unique building design that is used as a place to take pictures, and there are interesting attraction or street show. The third, the availability of seats on orchard roads is very easy to find. The distance from one chair to another is very close and is in a good condition and suitable for use. The fourth, vegetation conditions on orchard roads are as varied, such as acacia trees. And the last, the cleanliness of orchard roads can be said to be very good because there is no trash scattered around this area. And second variable is access and linkage. The level of accessibility owned by public space on our charter also has a very good level of quality marked by the fulfillment of accessibility attributes according to PPS as follows. The first, pedestrian track design that is very broad and has a safe track condition and provides for people with disabilities. And second, reliability here is the ability to provide facility and infrastructure contained in Orchard Road and can be seen as a seat tourist shelter for the use of BRT has been available in a good condition. The third, convenience here can be seen from the absence of obstacles in accessing or carrying out activity along the Orchard Road because all lanes are connected and in a good condition. The fourth, Orchard Road has a strategic location and close to such infrastructure such as major road shelters, MRT station, shop, and surrounding building. And the last, if you see the path along the Orchard Road is connected to the surrounding buildings, shelters, and MRT station. The third variable is uses and activity. A good public space is marked by the many activities that can be done by the people, and this can be seen on our chart which has a variety of activity and recorded every time. There are several attributes used in the uses and activity assessment on our chart. The first, the unique design of each building on our chart is different from the mall building in general, and making it a characteristic of our chart. The second is the affordability here is there are no fees for using facilities provided along this orchard route. And the third, there are various kinds of activity on orchard route such as the self-purchase activity in the pedestrian lane, the activity of attraction or performance also held along this pedestrian and many more activity. The fourth, in certain months such as Christmas and other holidays in this region, a festival is often held to celebrate it and the surrounding building will be designed like a festival theme. Then the last activity on the Orchard Road can be seen from the passing area every day both during the day, evening and night, especially if there are events in certain months in which the area will be more active compared to normal days. The last variable is sociability. Sociability is describing the friendly feeling of space to its user, and you can be seen when you visit our Orchard Road. There are several attributes used in the sociability assessment on Orchard Road. The first, the snake bird is very much felt among visitors on Orchard Road, as there is interaction between visitors who over other visitors when they see visitors having difficulty taking a picture and offering other visitors to sit. The second, Cooperation from visitors in protecting the environment and facilities such as throwing trash in the place, not scribbling in shelter seating and more. And the third, openness here is freedom of our childhood visitors to use facilities such as seating and pedestrian pits. And the last, friendliness here is related to design that are friendly to people with disability, children, and the elderly. And you can see in the pedestrian pit design that is friendly for people with disabilities.